They are never going to stop printing money. So therefore, Bitcoin will never stop going up.
A brand new all-time high, but we've continued to push down. A big old dump in the market. But what's going on? Is it the bull and bear trap once again playing out to, well, take your cryptocurrency off you, panic you into selling, or, well, trying to get you to buy on the FOMO? Well, I've got you covered. We're going to break down what's going on in the market and what is coming next. This is absolutely going to make sure that you are in prime position to not only make those gains, but secure them for the longer term as well. Go ahead, smash up the like button to a brand new all-time high. Remember, we cover the crypto market every single day here. This is the most important time of this entire bull market cycle, and you cannot afford to miss it. So with that being said, let's get into it. So with Bitcoin coming off the top of that $126,000 all-time high, everyone's freaking out. The cycle's over. We're going to zero. Or is it just a classic bear trap? Well, the bear trap is a very obvious indicator. Looking for the support level, a lower retest, and everyone starts to freak out and sell their coins, while at the same time, institutions and all those with a little bit of capital, well, they seem to just be buying even more crypto. And that's exactly what's happened. We talked about this coming off the top of that all-time high and how it was going to play out. Think of this. 181,626 trades were liquidated to a grand sum of $624 million. The degen longs at 123 to 125k got wrecked. Everybody said the market was going higher. The smart money, though, was awaiting the pullbacks. If you were part of my live stream, you know we talked about this exactly. You only have to take a look at what Binance were doing earlier on, and it is a typical Binance playbook, dumping millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum to liquidate those longs, all-time highs. As retail started to get into the market and retail decided it was finally okay to go in the water, well, the Binance sharks came in and ate them all up. We actually saw interesting inflows on BTC for the 30-day moving average. In fact, retail investors becoming way more active. Again, getting wrecked. This tells us this market, once again, is very, very different. This is an institutional-led market. They're going to let you feed once their bags are packed. And we've even got people predicting that all of a sudden yesterday was the all-time high for Bitcoin. It's simply not the case. The argument only is, which year does the Bitcoin all-time high come in? Is it the end of 2025, 2026, or there is even discussions of 2027, but that is for a totally different video. The fact of the matter is, in my opinion, Bitcoin is on track to hit $200,000 in the coming months. You look at institutional demand, with BlackRock once again buying over 7,500 Bitcoin, and treasury companies scooping up more Bitcoin than you can shake a stick at. Think about it. 450 Bitcoin is mined every single day. BlackRock alone buying over 7,500. It's a pretty big amount of Bitcoin that is running out. And one of the most popular indicators that tells us that the market is simply not done yet is the Pi cycle top. And I want to give a massive kudos and shout out to Crypto, someone I've been following for a number of years here on YouTube. And he talks about the Pi cycle top indicator. In fact, the Bitcoin indicator has predicted every single bull market top in history. So you play out two potential scenarios. One is that all of a sudden in 2025, this indicator that has been right every single bull market since the beginning of time is invalidated. It becomes not correct. And actually, this is the year this indicator tells us the not truth. Or this indicator is telling us there is way more fuel to come. There is way more upside potential, and the markets are going to go significantly higher. You only have to take a look at institutional investment, the fact that the S&P and the Dow Jones indices are now launching the S&P Digital Market 50, a new index combining 15 cryptocurrencies and 35 crypto-related stocks, to understand that institutional money is not done yet. We also got further 3x leveraged ETFs coming in from Granite Shares Funds, a long Bitcoin ETF, short Bitcoin ETF, as well as Solana, XRP, and Ethereum as well. And these are only just the start. JP Morgan, Standard Chart are now predicting Bitcoin's going to reach at least 165,000 to 200k by the end of this year. Man, it is exhausting keeping up with what's going on in this market. So I think if we break it down and take a little bit of a slower pace, the reality right now is Bitcoin broke a brand new all-time high. As everyone came out of a bearish sentiment in September, we actually finished nearly 6% up. This tells us that the market has demand. We then go into October, the shackles seem to come off, and everyone starts to get excited with stimulus checks coming from the Trump administration, and October. People feel more accumulative and safe in a month to buy significant amounts of crypto. This was then tenfold by institutions. This will only continue. People taking profits and manipulation in the market is rife. It is the game we choose to play. this doesn't tell us that the market cycle is over. And every indicator, including institutions, although they are doing it by whispering, they're telling us this market is going way higher. The debate right now is, does retail have the minerals to stick at it long enough to realize those gains? That is going to be the big question. I think we've got way more to come. I think October is going to play out hugely favorable, and we are going to see corrections like this. It's always important to understand where they sit on the charts and how we finish on the daily closes to really print what comes next. And well, the reality is fiat will only ever go down. Bitcoin is only going to go up in price.
Of Bitcoin is the very simple story. They are never going to stop printing money, so therefore Bitcoin will never stop going up. And if you simply think of Bitcoin as savings technology, all you have to do is go out, work hard at your job, make money, spend less than you make, and then put the extra savings into Bitcoin, and then allow Bitcoin to benefit from what we know is going to happen, which is they are never going to stop printing money. And I think that that simplicity is actually very attractive to some cohort of investors. And now you see investors saying, wait a second here, this quote unquote debasement trade means that I don't have to go do all that work. I can simply just go and buy something like Bitcoin. And I think that really maybe the story of finance of this decade is that Bitcoin is becoming the hurdle rate, right? Historically, we've looked at things like the S&P. If you go back to 2020, the S&P is up 100% since 2020. Priced in Bitcoin is down 90%. All of the returns that people are talking about in traditional finance, most of them are negative because no one can beat Bitcoin. And so if you can't beat it, then we just say you got to buy it. And I think that's what a lot of investors are starting to do.
So hopefully that gives you an idea of exactly where we're going and why we should be remaining very optimistic of where this market is. And in my humble opinion, why? Well, this is just a small step on a much bigger ladder to 200K in 2025 for Bitcoin. Let me know in the comments down below. As always, if you enjoy this type of content, don't forget, smash up the like button to a brand new all-time high. And please don't forget, turn that notification bell to all. That way you are uploaded and you are notified on the latest content, live streams, posts, and everything else. Remember, this is the most important part of the bull market. We simply cannot get it wrong. So make sure you're tuned in every day. As always, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.